Anyways, inside a Somali gang war. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm Somali. My brother, my blood. You're my blood.
We stay dangerous. We stay safe. I got kids to make it home too. You feel me?
Yo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yo.
How many times did you use that?
15, 20 times.
Is this nigga Somali?
Maybe.
Red Sea, man. See the riverside.
Who is this?
Cedar Riverside community.
I have a bunch of cousins who live here. I have family who live here. So I don't know who I'm related to.
Chungus says the Abdullahi versus the Abdis.
You're trolling, bro.
Is remembering
I'm related to people, hell people in
shot to
Minnesota.
death during a possible robbery attempt.
I never met them though. I never met my family in
What the hell
Minnesota.
is that? Clothing, man.
Carmel Mall. I know where this is, bro. It's called Carmel Mall.
Alright.
Crazy.
Action, action, action. What you talking about? We got to move with some passion.
Today we head to Minneapolis, and we find
Mini
ourselves
hopeless.
in the middle of a Somali gang war. This is one of the first places we've covered that the guys that invited us thought it necessary to provide us with security. Minneapolis is world renowned for its strong pocket of Somali culture, and here you'll find the gamut of Somalis.
Hell yeah! Shout out to my people. Them. Shout out to my people. Them.
For its strong pocket of Somali culture, and here you'll find the gamut of
Hell yeah! Look at the blue. Look at the blue. Look at the blue. Look at the blue and the white. Look at the blue and the white.
Somalis, from honorable clergymen to fraudsters, from U.S. senators to dudes catching bodies in the street. And for some people, their only reference to Somali culture might be in the Tom Hanks movie Captain Phillip. Well, there's more to know. Like many recent immigrants, Somalis have a reputation for being quite entrepreneurial. They are also known for being family-oriented, and as a community, they are dedicated to their faith. This defines a large portion of Minneapolis Somalis.
Yep.
But for the Somalis running the street, they have
Yo.
cultivated an entirely different reputation.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Do I know anybody here? I don't know. You never know who you know, right? Or something. I don't know. I think I know. I don't know where this is. This near Cedar Riverside? I don't know. It's probably near Cedar. I don't know. Look at all these thugs. All these fucking thugs.
Dangerous. We are going to take you to the belly of the beast where an active turf war is going on. We're going to talk to both sides of the equation, and we're also going to talk to elders to see if they can let turf war.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I used to have this one. I used to have the exact. Yo.
You know the belly of the beast.
Almost every single Somali person that to ever exist had one of these type of wristbands. You had these type of wristbands. I had one, bro. It ripped. It broke and it shattered when I was younger. And then I got one from one of my homegirls. I'm like really close with. She went to Kenya and then she got one too. And we giving 6 childhood memories with this. Yo.
We're going to talk to both sides of the equation, and we're also going to talk to elders to see if they can lend clarity and peace to the future of this situation. Folks, it's time to get boots on the ground. But first, a quick announcement.
All right. Nice ad, Muddy. All right, bet. Minneapolis, Minnesota.
For a long time, people have been requesting for us to go check out the Somali.
And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna understand anything these niggas say in Somali. I'm gonna understand completely.
Anytime you look these guys up, there's these gigantic gang wars,
Yep.
and beefs, and the highs and the lows, and this guy versus that guy. To be honest, I don't know much about the Somali culture other than that there's been some real internal conflict and civil war within the country. We're just not safe.
All right, bro. He's showing shit that happened fucking like 40 years ago, bro. The Civil War been over. The Civil War ended so long ago, bro. That shit was happening in the fucking 90s and 80s. Come on, bro. That's old. That's old. That's old. That's old.
I'm the captain now.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
So stupid.
We're meeting a bounty hunter / security guard. You guys know we don't go anywhere with security. We don't have an aggressive approach. I just don't feel the need for having security. But they thought it was necessary. Brother, what's your name?
Token.
Token.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
What's it like being a bounty hunter in Minnesota?
It can get wild, man. A lot of people tend to
Look at this
want to
nigga,
miss court
perping
on
that
us,
shit.
And when you miss court, it's a big bag we're about to lose. We gotta get on that ass. I don't like putting people in jail. I became a bondsman to get my homies out of the jam. You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of times I gotta write bonds for people I don't know, and those guys don't go to court, and that's when I gotta become the bounty hunter. Gotta vest up, go kick some doors in.
This is the first time we've actually gone anywhere with security.
Oh, okay.
Is it
What are they? Drewski Wildin'? You're crazy.
For G Money, yeah.
G Money is a controversial Minneapolis drill rapper that sounds like this.
button, come on, watch me dress the crowd. Them niggas always gonna be mad, they know that little bro walked them down. Had a glizzy poke right through my sweater. My little brother hide as hell, he doing drills.
I never heard of this nigga.
In the trenches, you can't tell us about this war.
And while many in the city rock with him, the word around town is he has a lot of enemies, which makes him a dangerous man to be around, and hence the security.
What this summer looks like so far?
It's been relatively quiet compared to the last couple summers, because when George Floyd happened, shit flared up like a motherfucker. If I was to compare for the last couple years, it's been relatively quiet, but it's still active as hell. The Somali gangs are taking over, they're coming deep, and there's a lot of rivalries. North Minneapolis has a big rivalry with the highs and the lows. And there's a street that literally divides the highs and lows. It's called Broadway. So on Broadway, you want to tread lightly because that's where the ops be at.
Broadway.
I gotta say, what up, Minneapolis? Alright, murder app, we outside.
Murder app.
Why do you
Oh,
call
nah.
murder app? It looks friendly around here.
It's friendly for some people, and it gets dirty for some people. There's size, you know what I mean? You might see shit popping up, you might not see shit popping up, I ain't gonna lie.
Type shit.
Ever since this year started, other than that, the cop getting killed and all that shit, yeah, it's been good.
Was it a Somali cop?
No, it was a black cop.
Who shot you? Are there victims inside?
What the fuck?
When Officer Jamal Mitchell rolled up to the scene of Blaisdell Avenue and found 2 people injured in the street, when Officer Jamal Mitchell asked Muhammad whether or not he was okay, that is when Muhammad pulled out a handgun and started shooting at Officer Mitchell.
I had a warrant on that dude who shot the black cop. I was actively looking for the guy, Mustafa Muhammad.
What was the community's reaction to the cop?
Oh, crazy. That's been the 3rd cop shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota area in like the last 3 months.
Because George Floyd happened here, is it hard to support police? Like, are people scared to be?
Yo, these riots, I'm not gonna say what I saw. I saw everybody going on live. I know people who were there. Like, everybody's I'm getting FaceTime calls and I'm seeing the riots happening face to face. I'm seeing them on the phone. I'm like, yo, niggas is going crazy. Like, I seen the craziest pictures here. Yo, I seen, like, oh my, I remember this is crazy.
When the cop is in the right.
100%.
Crazy.
The pendulum need to swing back a little bit.
I don't well.
You know what I mean? Before George Floyd, you know what I mean? And after George Floyd, it just made it worse for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They need to turn this into a stand your ground state. Moms getting carjacked. Carjackings are up through the roof.
Damn.
Congresswoman got jacked in her own driveway.
Yes.
She was a defund police person, right?
Yes, she was.
Let's roll the tape on what happened to this lady.
Perhaps no story encapsulates the chaos Minneapolis experienced.
Look how deep they are.
Shivanti Shanada, a local Democratic Party leader. She was with her kids when a group of teens attacked her in her own driveway and threatened her with guns. She took to social media after to express her outrage and said the following: "We need to get illegal guns off our streets and catch these young people who are running wild, creating chaos across our city."
And hold them. Yo.
Public service announcement. If you think it's gangsta beating up a woman in front of her own children, you are an absolute bitch and nobody
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
The twist to the story is this same lady, Shivanti, was earlier calling for the Minneapolis police to be abolished.
Damn.
I wonder if her views have changed since this attack.
Imagine if she had a gun on her. She would have went to jail too.
Am I allowed to ask
That's
what that
crazy.
is?
Oh, it's just a taser. X26, right?
Police edition.
Yeah.
Police?
Yeah.
Where the fuck do you get a police taser from?
Reality on that.
Perfectly legal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he said,
You gotta pop that top off.
Take that top off.
And if someone's resisting, you dry stun them.
Yeah.
how many times did you use that?
Shit.
Off the record, allegedly.
15, 20 times maybe.
Well, it
What
sounds
the
like we're protected.
fuck?
On that note, let's go to the next spot.
Niggas in a Tahoe protected right now.
I feel like a goddamn Somalian president right now. We're rolling in a nice convoy. We got a car up front, car in back with protection.
You gotta stay safe, man.
Cedar Riverside, the niggas walk around with an AR.
Minneapolis?
Or whatever that shit's called.
To carry.
Yeah.
My golly.
We ain't playing around. We stay dangerous. We stay safe. I got kids to make it home too. You feel me?
Outside, it was raining cats and dogs, so we decided it'd be a good idea to head up to the studio and meet with the crew as the G-Money entourage was assembled.
The guy that we're supposed to be meeting, one of them is a guy named G-Money, right? Has he ever been on time to anything that you've done with him?
I can't say.
I can tell you, bro.
Yeah.
No, nigga's never on time.
Does that irritate you at all?
I mean, shit, yeah, but he be paying for it, so.
Is Somali time known for being really late?
Honestly, nah. I wouldn't say nah.
Oh, yo, they're crazy. Nah, I didn't see Somalia. I'm gonna watch it after this.
As
Yo.
three non-Somalis, what are some Somali stereotypes I should know about?
Can't drive? I don't know.
Oh, my mama. Nah, that ain't no.
Somali stereotypes I should know about.
Can't drive? I don't know.
Oh, my mama. Nah, that
Can't drive. What? I know hella Somali niggas who can hold the wheel. What?
ain't no stereotype. Them niggas can't drive for shit, bro.
The word on the street is the average Somali is not the best driver.
Best driver? Nah, we do be driving. Y'all like got us up.
Real shit.
Oh, baby, y'all like got. We could drive. Don't get us up.
Y'all be wrecking shit.
Don't get me wrong. I do wreck. You feel me? I done wrecked a lot of cars. But
Y'all be wrecking.
How many cars have you wrecked?
He up there.
I'm
Yo.
I done went to Cali, wrecked the car, got another car, wrecked it again.
You wrecked 4 cars?
4 cars in front of me.
And you think you're a good driver?
Yo.
You're the reason insurance is high in the area.
Yo, that's just people, bro. One person,
Only reason
bro.
why I be wrecking cars cause I be high as hell off drugs and I just be driving, nodding off and shit like that.
G Money,
This says G Money, and that's your name too. Okay, so it's like that's like a gangster name tag right there. Would you consider yourself Muslim? Yeah.
Yo.
How does it work being Muslim and also kind of doing street shit and kind of doing smoking drugs and stuff?
It teaches that nobody perfect. You can make mistakes. You feel me? And we just a regular person.
Nobody perfect.
Nobody perfect. Even Christians, certain things they not supposed to do and they still do it. So everybody will assume that just because you Muslim, you gotta straight be behind the books. But it all depends. Yeah.
I don't encourage nobody to do anything I do.
You know what I mean? It's
Type
just
shit.
the lifestyle we
Beautiful
live
features.
Things
Type
Man,
shit.
niggas lying. They late to their own interview, man.
Yo, they lying. Yo, I'm telling you. You know what's crazy? You never know who you gonna know in this video.
So much smoke accumulated in the studio that I felt like Wiz Khalifa. So we decided to get out of there, get some fresh
Creatures.
air.
Yeah, you
and
see
post
Chungus,
up
you're
the
weird,
train
dude.
track
You're
with
weird.
G-Money
You're
so we could
weird.
get to know him a little
Chungus,
better.
you're Indian, buddy. You're Indian, buddy. Gabaji, Gabaju, nigga. Babaji.
Do I seem high as shit? I'm not high as shit, but do I? Okay.
Low key
we
looks
have
a
a
lot
lot
high.
of factors working against us right now. We have
I'm not Indian. My
the
fault. My
rain,
fault. I'm sorry.
Beef. We have a little bit of that Minneapolis
Pirates,
medical in the
SMH.
air.
Nah. We some real niggas, nigga. Look at this nigga. That was me in Texas. After the car crash.
New Living Channel says wrong nation, you got to rotate a little.
Wrong nation, you gotta rotate a little. My fault. The train. Where the fuck is this?
What do your parents do when they got here? What do they do to make ends meet?
Pops was he was a chef. He was working right here down the block. Yeah, my mom was taking care of us, and my pops was working for real.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still around?
Nah, my pops died.
Sorry to
Damn.
hear that, man. How old were you when that happened?
I was about 15. My dad played a big part in my life, so.
Yeah. Was it about the same time you hopped off the porch?
Nah, I hopped off the first ball when I was 13.
Okay.
That's when I caught my first juvenile case, man. I was like, I had to do 2 years of juvenile.
What'd you get caught for?
There's 16 robberies in 2 hours.
What?
What? In 2 hours, nigga?
Dumb
What?
ass shit.
What did you rob?
Yeah, we were just robbing everything moving, man.
What did your parents think about you hopping into the street?
Man, they didn't like that shit.
Because they escaped Civil War, right?
Yeah.
And you came here and chose a life of war. Why?
I ain't chose the life of war. The life of war kind of chose me.
Type shit, I guess.
What are your hopes for the future, G-Money?
Man, I want to make the city a better place one day.
You do? How do you want to do that?
I help the community now. I just don't show it.
Do you feel like the community thinks you help the community?
Yeah. Certain people.
Do you think kids look up to you?
Hell yeah, that's a lot of kids look up.
Okay.
What is that like?
I try to spread a positive message sometimes, but they get such a negative message.
I never heard of this rapper though. He's up and coming for sure.
And think they can.
Is there an example of something someone took the wrong way?
I got little kids be sending me little Kia boys, Minneapolis Kia boys be sending me, hey, Craig, come here.
You look like a ninja, like you're ready to go on top of a building or something.
You said what?
This one made my name G-Money right here.
Oh yeah, this my baby, man. Come on now. One of the biggest, man. G-Money, we had to switch it up, man. Yeah, one-on-one.
Fucking
There's only
thug.
one G-Money out here. No cap. Y'all can't do no replicating what we doing. No bop. One of none. Run up, get done.
We're going to
All right,
K-Block, the other Somali side.
K-Block. Look at these niggas. Look at these niggas in a fucking thobe. Or whatever that shit, whatever you want to call it. Junkies everywhere.
What's up, fellas?
Looks good. How's it going?
Good to see you. How you doing?
Doing good.
Is this what they call K-Block?
I don't know.
Wait.
Like that. But this is Carmel, man. It's a big
This is Carmel Mall.
in the Somali community in Minneapolis.
This is a big ass Somali mall. I ain't gonna lie. This is a big ass Somali mall.
There's a lot of stores, there's barbershops, all type of shit in the mall, man.
How's it going? What do you think when you see all the young guys wearing the shiesties? Nothing? All right. For someone that's never visited, what can you tell them about it?
It's a great place to be. You can make a lot of money.
Yeah. What would you do with my hair? How would you cut me up if you had my hair?
I didn't know they would sound like that. What the fuck? How he gonna cut him? Niggas like normal black niggas. Like y'all niggas, I don't know. Y'all don't know. We Somali
Would you ever do a
niggas.
mullet?
We some real niggas.
Any advice for the youth?
Keep God first, family second, and that's it. Get your money.
Any
Type
Somali words we can teach people back home?
Minimo. Unity.
What do you say?
Any Somali words we can teach people back home?
Minimo. Unity.
What do you like to eat around here?
We Somalis, bro. We all drink tea. You feel me?
Yep.
Eat sambusa.
You drink green tea?
I do not drink sambusa. I don't eat sambusa. I do not eat bur. I like tea though. I like tea. I'm a tea nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Somali tea ass nigga. I'm not these white type of tea where you gotta add a water, then you add the tea bag. No, niggas gotta put some extra shit in that bitch. You gotta put some cinnamon. Sometimes people put cinnamon in that bitch. Some like I don't know what to call it. It's called hawash. Extra like shit in there. Like there's so much extra shit in there. It's not just tea. It's like you're cooking a meal. That tea be hitting though.
Not green tea.
I drink. Look what he said. Look what he said.
All drink tea.
We drink tea. We don't drink normal tea though.
You drink green tea?
Not
Somali
green tea.
tea.
Somali tea.
You see, Somali tea and other teas are different. I'm telling you, I drink that tea. Yo, when I'm going in the morning, it's like I wake up, nigga. I get that tea. I add some milk to it. I stir that bitch. Hitting.
What the hell is that?
Close it, man.
Dude. Alrighty.
Security? Okay.
For anyone that's doubting the power of rap music to influence, it looks like New York in here. You guys ever see a New York drill music before? This looks like a New York drill music video right
All
now.
these shiesties.
What do you do day to day?
Make money, try to survive, do good. You feel me? I've been making music and shit like that, so you know how
That's a
it
fire ass sambusa, I ain't gonna lie. It looks nice. I don't eat it
My
though.
mom was an immigrant. She came to America. My pops is still in Somalia.
What is it going to take for him to get here?
You know how
Is he waiting on immigration papers?
I think he is at the moment right now.
Do you know what it was like when she got the news that they were going to America?
Yeah. It was very exciting for her, you know?
Yeah.
Stop saying I'm Indian. You're Indian, buddy.
Is America what she thought it would be?
You come from a third world country. It's a big relief to come to a country like America.
Which is more dangerous, Somalia or America?
Somalia.
What?
Should I see?
I've never seen these niggas at K Block. Say on God. Yo, we have someone from Minnesota right here in the chat. Yo, Kaido, you see any of these niggas on K Block? I'm looking, I'm like, yo, do I see
Somalia.
What's your name, man? Should I see?
Shiesty?
How do you come up with that name? Okay. How do you avoid being in beef? What's the best way to do that?
Just stay out my way, you're gonna be straight, you know what I mean?
What do you guys think about mainstream media?
Man, they some liars. They're dead. And they do free Palestine, for real.
I'm not saying that.
Free Palestine, man.
Yo, Kaido, yo, where they? It's not Carmel.
Action! Fuck you talking about? You gotta do it with some passion.
Yo, Kaido, you know what? On God, I'll really hit them with that with a leg guard. You're tweaking. Are you serious? Kaido, what is he wearing? Are you serious? With a shiesty? Though? Yeah,
This is Mojama. He's a community
Who the hell's that?
who is taking a
Kaido, you know who that is? You know who Mojama is?
even
You know
hands-on
that is?
approach to working with the youngsters in the street, and he speaks with them to encourage a more positive
You know who that
direction
is?
for their future.
I'm about peace. I'm about unity. In the end of the day, the city got a past, right? It's got a dark past. And I got homies that are about 6 feet deep. I got homies that are doing life. I got homies that'll never get to see their families, their kids, their wives.
I'll beat
My
him up
goal
too.
is
All right,
for
buddy.
everybody to understand that we're which we just showed them, which I just seen, has more benefit to the community than downfall.
I see a lot of youngers. Why aren't they chasing that?
These young guys are chasing that. That some of
I'll
them
beat
got,
'em.
you know,
You're
some got
crazy.
different ideas. Go ahead.
It be hard to chase that when you feel me, when you in a bad predicament. You know what I'm saying?
Does living this lifestyle make the predicament worse?
It could make the predicament worse.
It will make the predicament worse.
But hey, you never know. You might hit that move that changed your life. You really never know.
Yo.
But at the same time, it's like it ain't even about all that for real. It's like what you worry about getting a job and then you gotta wait 2 weeks for a paycheck when your mom rent due.
Some of the shit that they're trying to write. That
He not
happened
lying.
for 'em, I was in there. I seen it. That's not what we're promoting. Though. That's definitely not what we're promoting. If we can't be a unity, if you can't see how much benefit that.
Look at these fucking thugs. Look at these fucking thugs. That's a striker right here. I can see it. This is a striker right here. What is this? It's a track hawk? What is this? This is a fucking this is a striker, nigga.
Into this community.
Selling that shit for $5,000 on Facebook Marketplace.
For the wrong thing. That's definitely what
you feel like people don't value the Somali impact on the community?
It's not that they don't value the Somali impact. They don't value what the youth brings. That's the issue. I just had a meeting at a park unity that was going on. What that was about was an event that happened 4th of July last year, right?
Yo, Kaido, we know what happened to certain niggas in this one. We know what happened to certain niggas to this one. Yo, this is crazy.
That whole shenanigans, instead of seeing it as a youth issue, they try to paint it as a Somali youth issue, where individuals that have that 1% income decided to turn on the community and wanted to say, oh, the Somali community is doing this, and the third. They can't control their kids. That's not the picture. That's not what it is. They definitely could be beneficial. They could add more value to it. There's young men in here that want to add more value, that want to right the wrongs, that want to do good.
Because the youth can really change things. They can change things for the better or for the worse. These guys are the future.
They are. They definitely are. Us thing ain't never gonna make things more.
If it looks like my eyes were darting around during this interview, they were. I had guys behind me with duffel bags with semi-automatic rifles, 20 kids with shiesties moving in and out. It was kind of a
Yo, this is great. Everybody has a shiesty?
chaotic scene.
I ain't really too much worried about changing the world. I'm trying to make some money.
Real shit. Real shit. I don't care about the world. I want some money. Real spill. Real shit. Niggas are always. I'll change. I'll figure about changing the world when I'm a millionaire. That's when I'll think about changing the world. But I gotta get some money first. Then we can talk about it.
The next man doing. You know what I mean?
True.
You can't do that whatsoever. And then at the same time, you gotta think about this shit like, what you gonna worry about changing the world? Life ain't sweet. You don't see what's happening in Palestine right now? In Gaza.
Type shit.
In Gaza, don't nobody talk about none of that shit though. There's real children getting killed every day.
That's big facts, and I agree with exactly what he's saying. If you want to change things, you start from where you're at, the ground that you're standing on.
I'm gonna change everything for myself in life.
And then you can change everything for everyone around you. Every individual.
If I get on, everybody here gonna be on.
That's
for
big
life.
facts. Big facts. Big facts.
What's the word, little nigga? What's the word, puss ass nigga?
What's your plan to change your life and send it in a great...
6, but without the bread. Yo, what the fuck?
Man, some money. Open up some businesses, you know, feed my people. But you know, when you grow up in the predicament I grew up in, you don't really have too much of a plan. You feel me?
Phantom preaching, you're treated.
Money, pushing positivity.
Where my nigga Rambo? He's here.
As you can see, what I'm saying? We are brothers.
My nigga, the nigga hater is hating.
Oh, that nigga, I know that nigga's one of the diamond niggas.
He's part of the lads. The diamond. Slap that nigga forehead. You're tweaking, bro.
So you know,
he's trolling.
It ain't nothing about no negativity, gang beef. It ain't nothing about, you know, do drugs, pop pills, none of that. You see what I'm saying?
We're gonna bounce out of this area, but can we walk with you and ask you some questions?
Yeah, my bro stay with me though.
Oh, everybody?
No, just them
That's
right here.
If I'm in the club and you me mug me, I'm
Look at all these niggas. Look at all these niggas. Fucking hooligans.
Where are the people that are like, hey, like your life's gonna be crazy?
Who's that? Who in the back? Yo, Kaido, who this? Who this?
We
might know him.
Well, you got individuals like myself, we got a couple of homies, but you gotta understand, this is real life. Majority of the ones that would look after these young kids are no longer alive. Majority of the ones that would speak to these young men are 6 feet deep. They're either locked up doing life or they can't speak for themselves. They're dead.
Damn. Where is at? This is Minneapolis, Minnesota.
That's such a huge piece of the puzzle.
The mentorship is where it's missing. That's what's missing. That's the biggest thing that's missing. So.
Initially, when I look at this situation, it blows my mind that someone can leave a war-torn country, come to America with the promise of a better tomorrow, and their kids
that war was that was so long ago, bro.
Choose the gangster street life. I just don't get it. But then I acknowledge the power that an environment plays on the development of a kid. If you are put into a hood, you can expect hood outcomes. And we also have to talk about the role of fatherhood here. A lot of these kids' fathers are dead or in prison, and a kid without a father statistically has poor outcomes. A number I came across said that a kid that is close to their father is 80% less likely to be in prison. That is significant, and it makes me think the power a dad has to change the world for the better, one kid at a time.
Okay. Where we at now?
Today, I feel like we didn't get to really meet G-Money, and a lot of this happens, I feel like with gangster guys, it's hard to meet them unless they're one-on-one or in a small group. Especially the more the guys, it feels like the less they're gonna be willing to share about themselves. G-Money's actually gonna meet us in a parking garage. We had the same feeling.
What the fuck?
He hit me up.
Parking
I
garage?
hit him up. I'm happy that he's coming. I want to talk to him more. We'll wait until G-Money. We'll see.
What's going on over there?
Hey, bro, get that camera up out of here, bro.
What the fuck?
But like, if we did an interview out here, would that be cool, G-Money? What do you think?
It's somewhere a little bit better around here. St. Paul is all open. We can go somewhere else in St. Paul.
Well, what's on your mind, man?
I want y'all to get to know me for real, man. I know you.
What was your childhood like, dude?
My childhood was, I mean, it's not your normal childhood, like, you know, your parents grew up rich or none of that shit, you know. We grew up in the hood, you feel me? I grew up, people think I'm from Riverside or something, you know, so a lot of people think I'm from Riverside, and like, I'm not from Riverside, but it was mostly my mom that took care of us, and my daddy was really like, he was in and out of my life, but he was in my life for real.
Did your mom and him not have the best relationship?
Yeah, they ain't had the best relationship, you know, but he still had a good relationship with me. My mom really helped me up. She really kept me together and shit, but even my mom, she struggled her damn self. Like, she handicapped her damn self. So, you know, I'm the man of the family. I take care of shit, you feel me? Like,
it sounds like a lot of pressure.
Damn, that's a lot of shit going on.
A lot sometimes, man, you know, but it ain't never a lot.
I guess my natural instinct is always to make peace. Like, I like being neutral where I go. I like people liking each other. And, you know, like when I hear, okay, like there's a big beef going here, or highs and lows there, or, you know, this crew doesn't like that crew, or K Block versus Seed or whatever. Like, my natural instinct is like, how do you bring these people together?
Okay, that's smart. Bring your niggas together.
Does it go back generations?
I fuck with Tommy G.
What do you think about that?
Man, I feel like it's possible. Like, it goes back generations, but like that generation that went back to it and what they're fighting over now and what they're beefing over now ain't got nothing to do with what happened in the generation before, you feel me? They just young though, you feel me? They don't know what they doing, they just young, they jumping off the porch, they seen what other people doing.
I ain't gonna lie, in general, I think it's social media. Niggas jumping off the porch, niggas doing all type of shit, niggas watching Instagram, TikTok, niggas going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying?
What's cool on
Snap.
And shit. And they don't even know what they in this shit for. They ready to crash out over shit they don't know nothing about. Like, they just got in this shit. Don't know a damn thing about this shit. Like,
what do you think the attraction is to a kid to join the gang or to be in the streets and hop off the porch, so to speak?
I can't speak on the new generation though, cause the new generation so f***ed up. Cause like the kids jumping off the porch, mamas and daddies and shit, they don't really got them. Like, and then this how gangs usually started. A bunch of kids in the neighborhood, mamas probably at work, other parents strung out, some kids ain't got no parents, some kids just lost, and they all come together. They just start doing things together. Once they start doing shit together, they start growing up together. They want to expand. They want to go do other shit to make more money. They want to go do this. Now they trying to make money where they can't.
You feel bad? I feel bad on God. But what could you do, bro? Everybody has fucked up stories.
Some people really do though. Some people really just join gangs for no reason. I feel
that's
like,
true.
Like,
that's true.
There's people joining gangs at this age in 2024. Like, why are you doing that, bro?
Real shit.
Well, I guess I appreciate us touching.
Like, I feel like joining a gang right now is useless unless you're in like a really fucked up. Like, not fucked. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
I think we covered a lot more ground. then we got to learn more about you. Appreciate you, man.
Nah, for sure, man. I appreciate Tommy G swinging by, coming to Minnesota, man.
Mo took me through the Carmel Mall to speak with business owners, where I saw the hustle and bustle of entrepreneurs working hard. He then took me to speak with a religious leader and elder, who I wanted to talk to get his perspective both on Somali history and his thoughts on the gang and violence amongst the youth. This is what he had to say.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So you visiting us from Minnesota or from somewhere else?
From Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, yes. What's your name?
Tommy.
Hi, Mohammed. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, tell me, what happened in Somali that caused people to come to America in large numbers?
Yeah. Well, Somalia, when I grew up, was nothing different than what we have in America. The country was prosperous.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the golden days. I was lucky. We're gonna be raised.
Yeah, you see, it was peaceful. My mom growing up, she said it was nice.
And Somali is one of those people who's go-getters. They don't wait someone else.
Real shit,
Even when the
go-getters.
Europeans come to colonize, they didn't accept that nonsense.
You see, I tell niggas all the time, they tried us. We don't fall for none of that shit, nigga. I'ma go get her. Little Dion niggas know I get money, nigga.
What really happened in the country that made the unrest happen, that made a lot of people immigrate?
It's other countries.
Yeah. So what happened was the military became so corrupted and things were really, not only the military, everybody in the government thing. And the people uprised finally. And
there's a lot of
the
stuff.
worst part was that the military regime started, fighting with its own people rather than, resolving the political problems. It started like certain, like the central regions, and then eventually the worst was what happened to Somaliland, part called now. The dictator and the military regime, how are we going to change? There wasn't such plan. So what happened is finally, like, fighting among themselves and things were getting, the civil war, and one side didn't win.
Everybody lost.
So, unfortunately, that caused problem after problem.
Let's give you
Imagine if Somalia didn't have a civil war, bro. I would be in Somalia right now, bro. Living the best life. Oh my God.
History and context on what happened in Somalia, a coastal country that at many times in its history was quite prosperous. The Somali Civil War officially started in 1991 when the central government of Somalia collapsed following the overthrow of President Siad Barre. The roots of this conflict trace back to the 1980s, marked by severe economic decline, political repression, and inter-clan rivalries. Barre's government relied heavily on
Six would be selling mangoes and bananas? No, I wouldn't, nigga. I would not, nigga. What? Nigga, little do you know what family I come from, nigga. Little do you know what family I come from, nigga. Trust me. I'm never selling mangoes and bananas, nigga. Fuck you think I am, nigga. You're selling curry powder chicken, nigga. Fuck you mean? Take a chicken masala.
Favoritism, which meant if you weren't in the clan,
you're selling chicken masala and turkey, nigga, on the side of the street, nigga. With rats and roaches jumping all over the food.
Didn't get the job, and the marginalized clans were sick of being oppressed. This led to clan militias vying for control. The power struggle between factions resulted in widespread violence and instability, leading to displacement, human rights violations, and a famine in 1992 that left over 300,000 people dead. The ongoing conflict led many Somalis to flee their homes, seeking refuge in other countries. One of the major hubs for refugee settlement was Minneapolis,
says I
Minnesota.
am not Indian.
How hard was it
Oh, you are.
apply and get accepted and go to America?
Well, luckily in my case, the country was still a government. My thing was to get the passport.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My parents got out. My mom got out early, like right when the Civil War was gonna start and shit are getting weird. Like my mom left. My grandma used to work for a big ass company, and then she would I ain't gonna lie. There was a lot of shit. My grandma is trilingual or quadlingual. I don't know what to call it. She knows to speak multiple languages. Like she's fluent in multiple languages. So is my mom. Mom's like fluent in a bunch of languages too, but it's crazy.
You're gonna have to get the passport.
Multilingual,
yeah. To get my passport and left. So unfortunately, I left the country and stayed in Kuwait for 4 years, worked there for 4 years.
Do you believe America is the land of opportunity still?
Yeah, so America still is the land of opportunity, but it's not as it used to be the people before us.
So one question is, what advice would you have for the youth? There's some youth out there, they're kind of choosing the life of the streets. There's a lot of good role models around here that are entrepreneurs, that are senators, that are business owners, but a lot of these kids are choosing the route of a gangster rapper and criminal.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? What would be your advice?
The thing is, as I said, every society will have some bad apples. Unfortunately, I think maybe the problem is when the family break, because when people get married, they rather stay together.
Like a mother household.
Yes.
If you could speak to some of these young men out there that are choosing which path they want to go, some of them are choosing the streets, what advice would you give to them if you could speak directly to them?
Well, that's just something most of us, we failed, including myself. We have to go and address the issue. One thing good about our prophet,
bro, I don't
know. If there is a difficult situation, he used to face it right away and resolve it. So it's all bad happen. And our kids, we have to take care about them. So if I'm walking with my own kids and they fell on the ground, I'm not going to say, oh, they fell. No. Same thing with these people. They fell with their life and doing bad things. We have to address them. We have to approach them and try to help them.
So action is the key. Taking action and then moving it forward and making sure.
But if everybody say, "Oh, look what happened to these kids," no, these kids like your own kids.
Mo introduces us to his mentor, who has a reputation for giving back to the community. One of the things he does is every Friday for the last 7 years, he's visited the Riverside Plaza apartments to feed the kids and talk to them. Here's what he had to say.
And what's your role in the community, or what do you do?
My role in the community is actually first, I'm a husband and father of 5.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's my first responsibility, but also professionally I work for the city of Minneapolis. We take care of all the parks, lakes.
A lot of people, they escaped Civil War, and they started building their own community, their own businesses, and starting to prosper. And yet the kids chose, instead of peace, which they easily could have chosen, maybe not, but it seems like, why did the kids choose war again?
I really don't like us to paint a picture where we think every kid.
Not every kid.
A small percentage of the.
What's the Somali? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's Minneapolis, Minnesota is the biggest place where Somalis live. It's like one of the biggest in America. Second, I think it's Ohio. Third is Seattle. There's Kansas City. There's upstate New York. There's Atlanta. There's San Diego. It's a lot of places. There's Portland, Oregon. Motherfucking. Like, there's ones that live in Idaho, bro. It's weird, bro.
Young men.
There's a lot of us.
And it comes with the environment. It comes with,
Nigga, listen. All I'm gonna tell you, Somalis are everywhere, bro. Atlanta higher than New York. I'm not too sure.
A country where our kids are struggling in schools. Our kids are dealing with a lot of mental health and substance use, but we don't address that. We don't talk about that.
So I'm trying to paint the picture. So we have kids struggling in school. We got COVID-19 online learning, and then we eliminated funding for after-school programs, which to me is it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
And so it was a perfect storm that's resulted in kids that are younger and younger getting involved in gang violence.
Yes, absolutely. If you come back to my community specifically, we came from a culture where the whole village takes care of kids. Okay. A place where you don't have the after school programs. It's the school's responsibility to teach kids academically, so you don't have to worry about homework help or are your kids performing. Are they doing well in the school?
Well, something you brought up that I do think is a trend throughout America that is worth being brought up is this. We used to survive on eras where there could be the man would go work, they could support 5 kids, the mom could stay at home, and there was a lot of hands-on parenting.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of divorce and there's a lot of 2 parents working, and so the kids are left unsupervised
they have a lot of time in their hands.
Yes.
When you add that to social media
is crazy.
And the devices that they have, a lot of times things happen online without even knowing. I started with being a father of 5, right? All my 5 children were born here. My kids are American kids. I spent the majority of my life here in Minnesota. We as adults, parents, don't see our kids Somali enough. We see them Americans because they don't know their native language. They rather eat McDonald's than eat Somali food, right?
It's like pulled between 2 worlds.
Yes,
almost.
and then
I think that's a great point because belonging is one of the most important things a kid can feel.
Yes.
And if a kid is feeling not American enough, or not Somali enough, or not black enough, or not Muslim enough, then they're lost. And when you're lost, you do things.
Yeah. Is that Shabello spitting? You're trolling.
If you could talk directly to these kids, what advice would you give them?
This is what I tell my kids. Always ask for help before it's too late. And then you have to know that there's people that care about you, people who are very passionate about mentoring you, giving you an opportunity, and even when you're struggling, people who just want to listen. There's a lot of people that care about you. At the end of the day, you are our future. We love you and we care about you.
That's a great ending message.
Yes,
I thank you for what you do. Thank you, brother.
Yes,
thank you for what you do.
Yes, sir.
I had a great time checking this out. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you next week. Peace.
That's W. That's W. That's W. That's W. Looking for connections to the Trump rally witnesses government and whitelist whistle. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, that was a crazy video. Minneapolis, Minnesota. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh God, that's crazy.